have an interesting topic for you today, and it's defending a refusal charge. That is a refusal or failure to comply with a breath demand under the criminal code. You've been pulled over at the roadside and they feel you're impaired, and you bring you down to the police station, and you ultimately refuse to provide, or you start blowing the machine, but it's not working. And how do you defend that type of thing? Everyone thinks you're refusal, you're automatically guilty if you're charged. Well, that's not necessarily the case. There's various defenses to this. There's technical defenses, and there's other types of defenses. And I'll try and list a few of the more common defenses for you. First of all, the police, if they didn't have reasonable and probable grounds to arrest you for impaired driving, and your lawyer can show that, and you ultimately wound up refusing to comply with the demand at the police station, you had an absolute right to refuse. You didn't know that at the time. Only your lawyer would know that in retrospect, but you could win at trial. So the lawyer would go to trial and start cross-examining the officer. Look, they weren't that impaired. There wasn't any weaving. There was a slight slur. There was not a lot of symptoms. And the judge might say, I don't find that sufficient grounds. You should have given them an approved screening device. You shouldn't have just arrested them. Well, that person could then refuse at the police station. So that would be a valid defense. Another is right to counsel. The police breached your right to counsel. There's 1,000 types of different breaches to right to counsel. By the way, it's so complicated. There's thousands of cases in Canada on that point. And then the breath results, the refusal, I should say, would be excluded at trial. You'd win in that case. You could show that, for example, you had a reasonable excuse. Sometimes people have a reasonable excuse. They can't. They're trying. They have asthma, or they have, lung capacity. They're stressed. That sort of thing. We've won many cases in that particular situation. Maybe the police officer didn't make a valid breath demand. You didn't understand that you had to provide the sample. And I'll give you a simple example of and I've won this on many occasions. Some police officers make the mistake where at the road, they'll read a breath demand that's clear that you make a demand. And at the police station, the person's, they say to the person, do you want to provide a breath sample? Well, no. No, I don't. That's what I would say in that situation. No, I don't want to provide a breath sample. And they say again, you don't want to provide a breath sample? No. No, I don't. And I would say to myself, if I was the accused, well, you're not demanding anything. It's a wish or ask. I've won that type of case many times. The police officer thinks the operative demands from the roadside, they've got to repeat the demand to make it very clear that you have no choice. So if they make a proper demand, you have no choice. But if they say, do you wish to provide one? No, I don't. Please don't, So that's an easily won case too. So there's various technical defenses. Sometimes there's faulty mouthpieces too. The device wasn't working properly. I can show the toxilator wasn't set up properly. The person's trying to blow. I've had many stressed out clients with anxiety who are not able to blow. The police make it sound like a 5-year-old can blow into that machine. Well, that's easy to say, but the reality is when you're in a nervous situation, you have asthma, you're breathing difficulty, you're stressed out, it may, you're not, you may not be able to provide a sample in that situation. I've seen it happen many times. So don't give up. In this type of situation, you should have a lawyer review the charges, see if there's one of these defenses, or if there's we call these substantive defenses and technical defenses. There's technicalities, and many of these cases can be won. Thank you for watching our video. We are absolutely committed to bringing you the best possible criminal and DUI educational videos. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've been charged with a criminal offense in Ontario and require our services, please click on the link in the description below.